evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to episode 13 of Hashtag Total Markout. Recorded June 29th, broadcasted June 30th. This is our 24th week of being on YouTube and Blip, and we thank you for joining us. So, let me introduce the panel. Here's the producer behind Undead Geek Entertainment, which has shows such as the debuted Book, Mark. He is Dan, the Geek King, Adamson, also known as the current reigning Hashtag Shout Quiz Champion. How you doing?
I did like that when he funk. Yeah.
But for all he may be the Hashtag Shout Quiz Champion, he is not the Hashtag Total Markout Quiz Champion, who happens to be sitting at my extreme right. He is an indie wrestler and referee, the current Total Markout Quiz Champion, who will be defending his championship after the show against Dan. This is the man they call Erik von Djismie, and the D is silent.
That's not fair. You can't do the V like the Vader.
I thought I'd give him the Sting version of the entrance. You know, it seemed appropriate. And I am the personality behind the Wandering Angel Productions and co-host of the debate/discussion show Hashtag Shout. I am the producer, Steve Jones 313, and once again, thank you guys for tuning in.
How are you, boss?
I'm pretty good. I had 1 hour sleep, and yet, on 1 hour sleep, I am more awake than I have been the entire fucking week. You know, it didn't help that we had a fucking storm last night, and the internet didn't come back on until no, the computers and all that came back on at 11. The internet didn't fucking come back on properly until about 5 in the fucking morning.
I know! I was on Twitter by myself!
Anyway, in this episode, we'll be recapping WWE television from June 15th to June 28th. Also, we'll have the Geeks Kings, You Gonna Watch! And much, much more. So let's kick off with the WWE recap. So, last word, Djismie, fuck you, in the dick. So basically, WWE recap, we'll kick it off. Probably.
It's like both parties.
Anyway, WWE Raw, June 18th. This was a show that starred legend. There's quite a few legends in this one. It was, for me, this was a great show. We start off basically with, you know, the show opens. We're all sitting down with various, you know, drinking, you know, the jazz, and all of a sudden, you know, as we know, Ernest the Cat Miller came out.
God, I wish. Oh my God. If Ernest the Cat Miller should manage Brodus Clay for one night.
Maybe it'll happen on 1,000 episode of SmackDown.
Wow.
He was on SmackDown.
He was.
Yeah.
Somebody call his mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody call back.
Lamont. Bring Lamont and the wig back.
Lamont for the win.
Yes.
So basically, Mick Foley comes out and basically explains that WWE. Basically, this is the greatest bit of exposition. Mick Foley is a master at exposition. He basically explains that. Exposition. Basically, it's when you manage to tell a story by basically telling people what's going on and what's happened, rather than trying to do it via story.
A promo.
Yeah, so
like
explaining.
a shitty promo that we'll hear on the next episode, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. You know Star Wars when they do
yeah. We're going to do a Star Wars reference in this show as well.
Yeah, but
we're going to do a decent one, right, though.
Well, no, you know in Star Wars when they did at the beginning, there's a bit in the gap too far away. You know, they have all that. That's exposition. But they tell you flows the story without actually doing it via telling you a story.
Well, maybe we'll visit Matt Yoda.
Yeah. Oh God. Anyway.
That's
so Mick Foley comes out.
Hashtag hat on.
Mick Foley explains that they'll be looking for a permanent general manager for Raw and SmackDown. Doesn't mention necessarily, but we do know that it's going to be the permanent one will be announced on the 1,000th episode.
Yay!
But Mick Foley explains that they're looking for temporary ones up until at least then, anyway.
And they were all former GMs as well.
Yeah, they're all former general managers.
And that's hashtag good booking.
Yeah, and since he happened to be in the area, he's
made the Rider.
Yo, we'll get to that. Man. He's made the general manager of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown for that week. Instantly popping all over the place. I'm marking out. Djismie's marking out. Dan's marking out. We're all marking out at this point.
He does fuck all.
Yeah. He doesn't have to. That's the weird thing.
Just, he has to appear. This is what I
He's a
say.
GM. He's supposed to have some fucking.
Yeah, but he did.
The kicker around did more on the Raw than he did on SmackDown and Raw combined.
Yes, but he did more on SmackDown. At least he
danced with Jinder Mahal. No, fucking Carly even.
Thank you.
Same Indian.
Indian.
Yeah, it's the same one. He just
They've
deflates.
both got weird fucking arms.
just-
Let's move
He
on.
just deflates himself. That's
But
all.
even one's got rhythm.
But
Now he's falling.
now,
Dude Love has.
Yeah, but at least Foley went, Dude Love! And then it cut.
Then he has rhythm.
It wasn't like, not that scene, Mick Foley.
We didn't see Dude Love because that's, you know.
Not that scene, Mick Foley be cool.
No.
but yeah, I mean, this was an interesting one because obviously, given where we are, everyone was looking
What?
for Ryder.
Ooh.
We didn't fucking get Ryder.
We want Ryder.
We want Ryback. Ryder.
And who did we get instead of Ryder? Like,
The one man rock band and Heath Slater.
oh yes.
Just one man.
And I have to say, I'm really enjoying this whole thing with Heath Slater.
Yeah.
But I also have to say even more so, I hate when Heath Slater is probably saying something that's a bit too true.
Yeah.
When the crowd are chanting, we want Ryder,
Uh-huh.
and he turns around and goes, we don't care what you want. Yeah, evidently not.
Yeah, I've been saying that for the last 10 years.
But
Don't
the-
want-
Now,
Don't care what I want.
we'll go this more. Basically, Cyndi Lauper was a special guest on the
God.
show.
Oh,
Yes!
And me and Djismie were both very happy for this. We were like, yes!
1985 references!
It was relevant.
You were 21! You were 21-year-old!
WrestleMania 1!
The fact is, I'm
Oh.
sorry. Me and Djismie both agreed this on Twitter because we were doing our.
And that doesn't happen much, folks.
And remember that we do live Twitter commentaries on Monday Night Raw. You know,
Please join
every
us.
Monday. Yeah, you should join us. You
I
know,
do want to stay away.
at SteveJohn213 at Erik Van Djismie.
But
Or
unlike used
details
to.
at the end.
Yeah, but unlike used to, I sleep.
Yeah, but with
Boo!
hashtag sleepers for the week.
Hey! Hashtag's my gimmick!
Fuck up. How often do you say hashtag people, hashtag?
Oh, every time I leave Twitter.
Every time you're on fucking Twitter.
But basically, we were disgusted by the fans.
Yes.
Right, why? 'Cause it was boring segment. It was
It
horrible.
was not a boring segment at all! How can it be a boring segment?
How can it be a boring segment?
Oh my God.
Let's just take out the fact that you only liked it because Cyndi Lauper,
No.
Wendy Richter,
Yeah.
who, and I quote from my sister, turned around, and I'm not seeing a CM Punk line here, goes, is that a transvestite in the ring?
Okay.
Right?
That's still not the point that
And
you stole
Layla.
Wendy Richter.
Layla shouldn't be on the fucking mic ever.
No, that's a guarantee.
Wendy Richter looked as if she had just been plucked out of wherever they grabbed her, where she was probably a fucking lady boy.
But look,
And Cyndi Lauper on the mic was like hearing fucking nails on a board, worse than when fucking Dean Douglas was on TV. And there you go, I'll give you a Dean Douglas reference.
15-minute
You know-
Intercontinental
you know what?
champion, folks.
I'm
15-minute
gonna do something that I haven't done in a long time.
I'm gonna call
I'm gonna call bullshit.
Go bullshit. I fucking
I
hate it.
thought-
Thank you.
I was loving that segment.
Yes! And then
Well, Piper
especially
couldn't
when Piper
do it.
come out.
What do you mean?
What do you mean it even means
Roddy-
better with Piper?
Roddy Piper came out and that was like, yes! The boss is back!
And especially since it made sense with who was in the ring.
No, what would have made sense was him smashing it over her fucking head.
It reformed.
I don't want to reform Piper.
That was the whole point. He'd said he'd forgiven her. They brought it back, and then Heath happened to be there, and Heath got it.
I was enjoying Heath singing.
How can you enjoy it?
I was
Could have took the mic away from
I am
Cyndi
one of the
Lauper.
biggest Heath Slater fans, but when he's and I have to say this is really helping his career. Like he wasn't getting really a push, and now he's saying, "Oh, do you want to work with all these legends? Hell yeah!"
Yeah.
And that's the only time I ever want to see him job out as well. But my God,
Fine. I didn't like it. Let's move.
boo! You no 1985 references.
Boo, you
for the
know.
win.
Can you talk English?
No, I'm Dutch.
Can you
Hashtag Dutch. Can you speak proper lingo, boyo?
Anyway,
Hey, don't get cracked
anyway.
on me, homie.
Earlier, I just can't believe
The segment-
anybody could do
the
such an
segment-
amazing
the-
segment.
the segment basically comes to an end when Cyndi Lauper takes the gold disc and then smashes across his head, busting him open the hard way. Which
How it should be.
no,
Oh,
not how,
fuck off how
no,
it should be.
not how it should be. That's not how it should be.
Woman on man violence. Yes.
You'd rather see man or woman violence.
Either way.
No offense. I don't want to see what you and your lass get up to. It's like I'm just looking to see if you've got any bruises and all that, and I'm trying to work out. Okay, I'm going to be meeting her today.
You are?
Yeah, dude. I've been there with previous girlfriends where he's told her when they've slapped him, and he goes, "Oh, do it again." And then they've slapped him, and it's almost like a Maxine Derek Bateman thing.
Let's get dirty.
No, that's Curty.
All right.
When they slap him, and next thing you know, they're down each other's throats. Not necessarily in a way that you want to see on, a good
Hashtag
stuff.
awkward.
No, you don't really want to see it.
Hashtag edit it out, I hope.
You wish.
You said nothing should be edited out.
Too late for that.
It's just because you do your best brown impression when you're kissing a guy.
I'm down. But I ain't down with the brown.
No, I know you ain't down with the brown. We feel the stick in pink.
We're moving on now. So basically, now the fun thing about this Raw is that it got the highest hashtag total markout rating of any Raw so far.
Yeah, I told you I took the points away.
Yeah, it was the highest rated Raw for us total
I believe
markout.
it was 2004.
It was 2004, yes.
Because I took half a point away because there was Mick Foley wasn't used enough.
Right, yes.
Which
is
I
fair
believe
enough.
is a fair enough point. And another half a point away because crowd told you what you wanted, and once again you ignored them. No rider, no point.
But he was on Superstars.
He was on SmackDown as well, but it doesn't make a difference. He was.
Yeah. But, ultimately,
He wasn't on Raw, was he?
Ultimately, though, it was actually...
And, since I'm going to mention it now, turnbuckletees.com have Zack Ryder-inspired t-shirts available on sale, and the sale is on until Zack Ryder debuts on Raw in a match.
Debuts?
Well, re-debuts.
Re-debuts? He's never left a re-debut?
When was the last time he was on a match?
You mean have a match on Raw?
Yes! You know what, you pedantic little fuck?
No.
Okay! I think this is what happens when you got a quiz after the show.
Happens when people piss me off.
But chillax.
And I don't take it out and people, ooh, where's that come from?
It's alright, Dan.
Ah!
Anyway, but it was a great Raw.
It really was?
It was like...
The rest of it I enjoyed.
The matches were pretty damn fucking awesome. I just loved every minute of it. I don't think there was a moment... I mean, I gave it 5, and it's hard to get a 5 out of me.
I also don't think anything's perfect, so I wouldn't give a 5. I don't think I'd ever give a 5.
Well, also, I didn't think it was necessarily perfect. For me, it was what I would call a perfect Raw, because it gave me everything I wanted. But,
I think the closest thing I would have came to a 5 maybe the 15th anniversary show.
I was going to say, surely give that a 5.
That would have been a 5 for me.
So, then we go over...
So hopefully the 1,000 one will get one for me.
So then we go over to SmackDown, which is on June 22nd. I know. Don't worry. We'll get to NXT.
Confusing.
I'll rewrite the format.
Chronologically incorrect.
Right?
But to be fair,
No,
if we were really going chronological order, NXT should be first. Because it was taped first, so there you go.
Yeah, and the storylines have
But
nothing
it
to do with
airs,
NXT.
though, not
Yeah. No, it is.
Anyway.
But chronologically.
Now, for me, there was a weird...
What the fuck is up your ass?
No.
You're going to be in quite a picky mood today.
I'm going to win.
Alright.
Basically, we had the Big Show coming out to explain that... basically to explain...
Well, what he did on Raw.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's entering himself into the Money in the Bank. Whatever. He doesn't give two shits. At which point, the Funk comes out. The Funkasaurus comes out because he wants a piece of Big Show.
Don't just say the Funk. It could be Terry, Dory, Flash.
Brian, the Funkasaurus.
Thank you. Hashtag Funkasaurus.
Yeah.
That was being pedantic.
Right. The Funkasaurus.
Hashtag pedantic show.
Immediately starts
hashtag
getting his ass kicked. Until he's bounced up at a fence, knocks the big bastard down with a headbutt. And
Which I would surprise was sold.
Yeah, and then, of course, Otunga comes out.
Fucking hell.
What interested me is...
The Black Chris Masters.
Oh.
What?
Is he going to write a book how to lose 60 pounds in 180 pounds in 60 days?
What a shame Masters didn't get that TNA contract, eh?
I know. Hashtag bad booking.
But what interested me is that during this beatdown of David Otunga, the fans started chanting to the Big Show, "You can't wrestle."
I hope, it's God's gift, I do hope it was on fucking Otunga.
Yeah.
Because Otunga was in the crowd, was right in front of the crowd where they were chanting it.
Yeah.
But the thing was, and I'm sitting there going, they're not, if it's directed to a show, have they not watched the last 15 years?
But what pissed me off, it was mainly kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't wrestle. Like, you don't even know what the fuck wrestling is! You're fucking wearing Cena shirts, you little maggot stain! What the fuck? How the fuck dare you tell anyone they can't wrestle, you merchandising wank cunts? How dare you?
You merchandising wanker.
I'm sorry, little kids going, you can't wrestle. It's like, do you know who the fuck you're even talking to? This is the Big Show.
Paul White, the Giant.
Yeah, he can fucking wrestle. Him and Kane. Fucking, when Kane turned heel because of the whole May 19th thing, the first thing Big Show did, he had a singles match with Kane in the middle of the ring, and they did wrestling maneuvers, lockups, grapple holds. Why?
Joe Hayes match.
Yeah, and every single time Big Show kept having a big smile on his face because he kept saying, let's just have fun. You know what? It was a wrestling match because Kane can actually fucking wrestle. I know I was fucking scared as well. I didn't know he could wrestle, but apparently he has wrestling ability. And then the Big Show was wrestling, and I was going, oh my god!
Rock, Joe H, Taker matches.
But
I was proven before that.
No,
The guy can do a moonsault. Well, he could back in the day.
But
You can't take a powerbomb.
But my point is...
No, his neck hurt.
But my point...
Oh, too soon?
Not too soon.
My
Not
point
soon
is...
enough.
My point is, these kids are screaming, you can't wrestle, and then they would be cheering John Cena. Fuck you fucking
Oh, fuck
wankers.
John
Because to be fair, right? John Cena can wrestle, but it's only 5 moves.
Yeah, I know.
He's done like 1 week. He did like 1 week of training, and then he went off the
Which
foot.
I wish I could remember. I would have to look it up, the tweets, and we don't have time for that. It might have been Gary, or it might have been
Rubicon.
it's one of them two, and I really apologise. I don't know which one of you guys said this, but one said John Cena has a monumental announcement. Will it be this? Will it be this?
Oh, yeah, Rubicon.
Rubicon,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, so it was like,
Will he have learned a new move?
Yeah, I was like, boo.
Have you seen the meme, the Pokemon one? Where
Yes,
it says
Cena is trying to learn another move.
Cena can only
Delete
learn
another.
Cena can only learn 5 moves.
4 moves.
But
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I watched SmackDown, and I did actually quite enjoy SmackDown, especially Sheamus versus Ziggler.
Oh, that wasn't even their best match either.
I know.
That's the thing. You put
Bury her, Sheamus. You bury her.
You put Ziggler in any match, and he comes up. I mean, look at Alberto Del Rio. We're going to get into it next on Raw.
Yeah.
On the fucking pole match.
That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a pole match at the end of the day, right, dude?
It was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, but you learnt WCW pole matches.
I did.
Yeah.
A pinata
on a pole,
the
man.
piano fell off, and you still had to get up the fucking pole to get it.
What I thought was interesting was the fact that Ziggler quite clearly got the card trap, but oh no, he drops it. He's like, oh, well, both of them knocked it off. No, Ziggler picked it up and dropped it. I don't know what it was meant to look like, but that's not what fucking happened, was it? You know, but Ziggler, again, just going, well, I'm a champ, I'll sell it. This guy could sell ice to the fucking Eskimos and insurance on top.
Hi.
Alberto Del Rio, though, I'm really getting disappointed. Every time I see Alberto Del Rio, I get more and more disappointed. It doesn't happen.
Do you know why?
What?
The best thing about him is his entrance.
Yeah.
Because you have the music, which is your favourite heel music.
It is. It's one of my favourite heel music.
And then you've got the pyro, which is stolen from Randy Orton, which I bet you had to do something for it.
Nothing you can say.
I bet you had to do something for that. And then he just sits there with the kind of arrogance.
There is that.
But
He drives a car.
There's drives a car, but there's
According to Mark,
of course there's also Ricardo Rodriguez.
What about Roberto?
No.
There's no Roberto Rodriguez?
No.
Apparently,
right?
He
He was the evil twin, right?
Uh-huh.
Ricardo was in the back of the pay-per-view. Didn't even know the match was going on. Roberto went out there, and that's why Ricardo lost.
Boo.
Santino
Damn
was
you, Roberto!
Santino was fighting the wrong twin. Wait a minute.
It's ridiculous. But anyway,
What?
but SmackDown, I mean, it's a SmackDown match. I was watching. It was Alberto Del Rio versus Christian, right? Who is still the Intercontinental Champion, thank God. And he worked on.
Whoa!
He worked on one arm the entire match, and then applied the armbar on the other arm.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. That'd be like me kicking Djismie in the head and then attempting a toe hold. I don't know. It's just surely if
To be fair though, both parts of his body hurt as much about the same. So.
I don't know. It's just like, Bill, do you not remember which arm you were working on, or was...
He's usually quite good at that as well. That's
yeah,
the thing.
no.
Because with a move, you suspect that you're going to have to learn to know which one it is
Yeah.
when you're going to have to grab a hold of someone's arm for your finisher.
Yeah. Is it just maybe he's just feeling like disrespected or underused? Like, but again,
Underused. The guy's
I'm not saying
two-time WWE champion, which he doesn't deserve.
Dude,
He's been pushed far too fast.
Dude, I didn't say he was.
I'm not saying he deserves it.
I said-
he thinks he is.
Yeah.
They
I'm going to take
get
a
over
drink of my
themselves.
water from my hashtag Total Markout flask, which you can buy on cafepress.com/Total Markout.
Bye.
And yeah, that was a free shameless plug before the segment even fucking started. Why? Because I'm a fucking rebel.
Woo! And I'm the hashtag Total Markout champion.
Quiz.
We'll see. But anyway,
For now, dude.
I've got to say this about the Sheamus Ziggler match. My favourite spot of the entire match was the fucking famous off the steel steps.
Oh, amazing.
That was beautiful. It was. I just knew it was like Ziggler. You got something with those steps. What you gonna do? And I thought maybe sleeper hold. And I was like,
I mean, one of my favourite parts of it is always the same with Ziggler. It's got to be revolving around selling, and it's when he takes that brogue kick.
oh,
That
God.
wasn't even the best brogue kick he's taken, but every time he takes it, it looks as if the kid's head's being kicked right off his shoulders.
Cool guy.
The quest.
Airplane.
Alright, either that or God just flew by. You know?
I'm sitting right here.
Oh, of course. But the thing is,
I didn't send you.
Ziggler. Also on SmackDown, we have to mention it. Ryback.
Yeah.
Ryback!
I'll be honest with you.
I'm bored now.
I was watching this Ryback.
Even free?
For the first 5 seconds, I went, "Is that Jay Lethal?" I was like, "Oh, thank God it's not." Oh God, that would have made me cry. Like, no, Jay, you used to be good.
Supposedly the plan
He's
is...
still in ROH, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Thank God.
Yeah, he is.
He's not the TV champion.
No, that's Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
There you go.
As
There you go, bring him on you. It's...
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm just glad he's not in WWE because Vince wouldn't treat him right.
No, you probably wouldn't.
TNA, huh?
Macho Man, eh?
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be TNA. You get as far as, hey, you do a Randy Savage impression.
Yeah.
Now do one out the door.
Over that, you...
What, he slapped a step in my line?
No.
Oh!
Oh, I couldn't resist.
No, but you could just turn and go, he's like, "Get out of here! Yeah! Wait, you do a Ric Flair, don't you? I've got a storyline that involves concussion. Wrestling, concussion solves everything. In fact, concussion...
No. Tapes solve everything.
That's Matt
You're
Morgan.
not supposed to tape the ribs up, but you can go out and have a match and tape ribs.
Basically, concussions are the Deus Ex Machina of wrestling. It's just like, how did it happen? Concussion. Eric Young, concussion. it's like concussion. Just concussion all the time. Shawn Michaels, concussion.
It's the amnesia of wrestling.
Yeah.
Who was that?
It was the voice of the Mark Gods.
Ah. Not our special guest at Lone Walker 1.
Well, as if he would be in the studio.
Nah.
with us.
At the
Lone Walker 1. My bad.
Follow. Anyway, so Ryback had a match, and quite frankly, it was boring as fuck. But again, SmackDown, I'm not a big
Here's the
fan.
thing though, right,
Yeah.
right back.
Yeah.
The crowd's starting to get behind a little bit more. They're not chanting Goldberg every time he comes out.
Yeah.
Which is also cool is the fact that there are talks of giving him free.
Yes.
And they want to make, after he's done free, he'll start doing wrestlers.
Mhm.
But they want to build him up so that he can go in and kind of do a Goldberg. You know, the whole go in, beat wrestlers, come
Yeah.
out, eventually go and get a US title or something like that. Then eventually they kind of want the full Goldberg story where he gets to a point where who can beat this guy and you give him something like Show. And then he beats Show. Because I believe Goldberg destroyed the Giant as well.
So basically, we're saying
Yeah.
about 2 years before John Cena beats him.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're going to give him a title. They reckon he get a world title in between that.
Well, basically what will happen is Ryback will beat Cena first. Cena will feel a bit down his luck, and then he'll go back and be like, "I can beat you. I know I can beat you," like he did with, like Big Show and Carly
Oh my god.
and Marga.
Ooh, Marga!
Humanga. But yeah,
Jamal!
but
Echo!
the love deceased, basically. Poor guy.
Poor guy, I know.
But still, I love the fact that eWrestling.com reported that the 3 minute attack stick on TNA could have been 3 minute warning. Good job, guys. Good job.
What one problem with that,
Yeah, just one massive fucking problem with that.
They were
Yeah,
all over
but-
6 foot.
But
Then
then
we go smaller. Yeah.
now, before
We're
we
all built like
now-
fucking bodybuilders.
I thought it was going to be Masters, Gallows, and
No.
Snitsky.
Yeah.
Gallows
We're,
is built like
we're
that.
finishing off with the Raw SmackDown storylines.
Okay.
Before we move on to NXT, right? This week's Raw, June 25th. Now,
break the wall down!
break down the wall! You know, I
was so happy when
I
he came
reckon
out.
at every pay-per-view, right, if not every time he comes out, he should come down to King of My World.
Yeah.
I love that
When he
champ.
when he wins the championship, he should come out to "Don't You Wish You Were Me."
Yeah.
Just to say, yeah, look at me. I always thought he should have come out with that when he was world champion.
I still prefer King Wood, just, you know.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm so happy when he came out.
Oh, but let's start at the very beginning.
No.
Well,
No.
we're going to. Vicky Guerrero's the general manager.
Excuse me!
And in fairness, as general managers go, she didn't actually do a bad...
I said excuse me!
As storyline general managers go, she didn't actually do a bad job.
No, she did
The
that.
matches were
It
decent.
was surprising because even King had to give her props.
Yeah,
Without saying that.
which you know what?
Without
It's
literally-
refreshing.
Not literally saying he had to give her props.
Yeah. It was nice to see King not be a total fuckwad as per usual. If you follow Total Markout on Tumblr, you'll see a certain meme. That, let's go, Ziggler. Look at these people saying, let's go, Sheamus. What? You fuck ton of a moron. But the fact is, right, well, Vicky Guerrero did a decent job. Again, okay, we had the pole match.
It wasn't a bad match.
But in fairness, she did say she went in the interest of fairness and booked doing a match. So instead of just giving him the spot, you went, no, Ziggler, you have to compete in a match.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get behind that. I'm like, all right.
Triple threat.
Yeah, the triple threat.
AJ.
Now, immediately, this is why I'm surprised that Djismie gave this week's Raw a 5 out of 5.
Because you enjoyed it as much as
Last
last
week.
week's, right?
But Daniel Bryan beat CM and Kane.
Yeah.
So I'm not here to take the piss. I'm just quite confused. Was it just because of the legend who
It
came out?
might have been.
Yeah.
It just might have
You know,
been.
Djismie, seeing as, you probably marked up more than both of us.
Just a little bit.
Heath Slater comes out and he says, I rule the world and all the jazz. What was the name of that?
Wait. As that was happening,
Yeah.
I'm sitting watching it going, it can't be.
Yeah.
I marked out when Lillian
can't be.
said a former 2-time WWE champion before she got interrupted. That you've heard her say a former 2-time. I was like, it's Sid. And then I waited.
There's been plenty of
No.
2-time champions.
Not
Yeah,
legends
but-
like that. That could have
but
come on for that.
The point
That's
is,
what I called it for Sid. And
You
I
called it last episode.
Yeah, I called it
Yeah.
last time, but that's what I was confirmed. And obviously I called before he said rule the world. Sid. Fuck.
Now, granted, the guy does look like they picked him out from a bus station.
It doesn't matter though. It's
He
Sid.
did.
Bitches.
He did not do fairness.
It can
Heath made him look pretty damn good, and Sid did what he had to do.
You
Just-
delusional little
As
fuck.
at Kirky88 would say, all he needs to do, as long as he can still powerbomb, we're fine.
He didn't, though, did he?
He did powerbomb.
Right. But yeah, basically,
He did.
No, but that's not all he did.
He
He tried to
powerbombed.
have a match, and Sid, I'm sorry, I'm one of your biggest fans. I said last time I'd love to see you come on. I'd love to see Sid come out. All you need to do is a big boot, a chokeslam, a powerbomb. That's all the match needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't.
But here's the thing.
You tried. You threw some horrendous fucking punches as well.
Trust me, I'm not saying it was a stellar match.
So fucking.
I wouldn't want to see that match again.
Maybe.
I was happy to see it once, But ultimately, it was good to see the guy. I like the fact that I just get at least one match on Raw, just to as if to say thanks. And,
Yeah.
hey, I'm still around. I've got a Legends contract. I'll sign.
He hasn't got a
it.
Legends contract.
Well, they should give him one.
I believe he's got. He's on a pay-per appearance deal.
So give him a Legends contract.
Damn right, give him a Legends contract.
Well, Vince says he has nothing else for him. Doesn't want any. He wanted to come out for an appearance like he did.
Yeah.
But he said at the minute he's very much like Vader.
Hmm.
He's only one phone call away.
Yeah,
I
true.
really hope that all these guys are going to be booked on the Thousands episode and Battle Royal or something. I think that
Yeah.
Actually, that was something that was suggested to me, and something else was that you're both talking about Ryback.
Yeah.
Someone goes to me on Facebook. I was talking to a friend, and they turn around and goes, "Wouldn't it be great if Ryback was in the ring?" And he actually talks and goes, "Feed me now, feed me someone real." And he comes out, and you hear the music, and it comes, and you hear the drums,
Yeah.
and the chanting in the crowd, and everybody thinks it's the guy, it's the man, and turns out it's Gilbert instead.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't it be amazing if Gilbert came out and jobbed the Ryback?
Yes, it would.
But yeah,
Be amazing.
They
no,
also said
That would be a 5 out of 5 show right there.
they also say that they'd like to see Jake the Snake back as well.
Damn right.
well, basically,
But here's the thing: this is
DDT.
when we do ratings, Djismie, we don't do ratings based on purely the fucking legend that came out. We have to look. You look at the overall match, overall show, and go, well, was that good?
Well, I enjoyed the triple
overall?
threat elimination apart from the winners.
Yeah, but you just
And
said.
thank God it was
But you
only...
just said there.
Yeah.
If
it was.
Gilbert comes out as right back, that's a 5 out of 5.
It is.
But nothing else in the show has to happen.
Rest of the show.
The rest of the show could be John Cena versus Shawn Michaels for an hour.
As long as I got to see Gilbert on fight.
Fucking hell.
No, seriously.
You were just a fucking
I'm not. Well, I'm
biased little.
I'm not.
Delusional.
Because this is what I want to
person.
see. This is the people I want to see. So if I see the people who I want to see, that makes me happy.
But that's not how you rate a show.
It is. Because that's the bit I enjoy.
It's not your personal
Guys,
feelings to the show.
I love the-
It's the overall concept of the show.
But here's the thing about the problem is though, I want to see wrestling. You want to see wrestling, but
I want to see a mixture of both.
you want to see wrestling. For me, I'm quite happy. Like for me, storylines, if they don't entertain me or they don't make sense, I'm quite happy to say it. Fuck them, I don't see them. So I do like that balance, but I can be swayed more with wrestling than storyline. I'm not saying people don't have to have gimmick. I think there should be somewhat of a gimmick there, but gimmicks aren't necessarily dressed up as a superhero.
Next week.
Yeah.
Who's coming out? Call it.
Which legends coming out?
Which legend comes out next week? Call it.
Depends how they're going to play it. Because, like I said, we didn't want to see what we said
Bob
on a
Backlund.
couple episodes.
Bob Backlund.
Wow.
Probably. No, that's a possibility, actually, with WWE. He's come back more than once.
Like, because we wanted to see people we hadn't seen. But obviously, Roddy Piper came out. But it
It's
worked
give
that way.
you a nice mixture of both.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, are they going to try to do that? So I'm going to say Sergeant Slaughter.
Slaughter next week.
Slaughter.
Personally, I think it'll be Brett. I think Brett will come out next week.
Do you know-
He'll come out at some point.
Is Rowan anywhere in particular?
I haven't looked, to be honest.
No, I
just
don't.
think,
I was just thinking.
if it made sense Long Island to have Mick there. It made sense to have Sid not to in a place that he was over like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, in the northeast of America, I believe it was SmackDown was Baltimore. I believe Raw.
SmackDown was
yeah,
Baltimore.
I believe Raw may have been not too far away from it though.
Probably still in Maryland.
I don't think it was too far away from it, actually. Yeah,
Well, Baltimore's in Maryland. So
yeah I'm saying I don't think if it was maybe
It
Maryland.
could have easily been Ohio because it's across the street,
Yeah,
essentially. You know.
where I think if it's somewhere where if it's say I don't know, fucking Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Goldberg's your boy there.
Yeah.
You want a
Would
big,
Goldberg do that though?
you want a big reaction
Well,
for
Goldberg's been contacting Brock
Brock,
Lesnar.
yeah.
trying to
Yeah,
get a
but
deal
would
with
he
him.
do a Heath Slater segment? That's what I'm
some.
saying.
No, why not? It's
Uh,
for the fans. It's to give back
yeah.
to the fans. I think he would.
I think I think Goldberg's more interested in the bigger deal.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I
that's
think
what I'm
it's
thinking.
an open. That's a way to open the door.
Very true.
If Vince could say, well, the problem is though, Goldberg's trying to work with Brock, but WWE are hesitant because they've already
Because of
got
the
Brock.
match at WrestleMania 20.
Yeah, well, it's not just that. It's not just that.
Match.
No, it's not just that, but it's the fact that WWE have got very limited days left
Yeah.
with Brock. And
That's why That's why he quit so he could save his days up.
Yeah.
yeah. But let's talk about the last bit of that particular Raw, and that was John Cena making his monumental history-making announcement. Yeah, he's entering the Money in the Bank. Yeah, real fucking historical.
Oh, and I was so happy when Jericho came out.
Oh god, it was just
And
like
the thing is,
yeah,
on Tumblr, he is now known as the Jericho
yeah.
because of his facial expressions and the way he's just trolling the WWE.
They
And he really is trolling the WWE this time.
yeah.
The roll of the eyes after why did he do another Star Wars film? That was fun.
Mm.
And then the favourite line
Yeah.
of the entire Raw. What are you gonna do, Vicky? Suspend me? And I was like, yes! Jericho is back!
I want Jericho to win this Money in the Bank,
Yes.
and then I want Jericho, and I'm not saying this out of bias, I want Jericho to beat CM Punk for the WWE Championship, because then you've got a storyline there, my
You
friend.
want to relaunch that for real?
Oh, I want to relaunch that, because now Jericho could be like, oh, the gloves are fucking off now.
Hit him with a bottle of Jack. bang, cash it in.
Wait a minute. Did he already do that?
No,
But he slipped.
I'm saying Jericho.
He never slipped. He was showing CM Punk what he looked like when he was drunk.
No, I'm saying Jericho could come back and just be like, you know what? Pissing you off didn't work the first time, so now I'm just going to kick your ass.
Yeah.
And just be like, and CM Punk could be like, oh, you're going to try the mind games, and Jericho goes, mind games? I don't need no fucking
In the Money Bank, at the minute,
Yeah.
it's Big Show,
Yeah.
Way.
Kane,
Way.
Chris Jericho,
Way.
and John Cena.
I do like the way Justin Rollins does his name.
I don't. It's fucking far too long.
Yeah. It's just like, what is letter are you using to begin with?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, how did Tony Chill's voice break every time he said
Superstar! Rated R.
Like,
Superstar!
But he only did it after a couple of years.
Yeah.
Then he was on. Edge went to a different show. We never seen him. Comes back on his show. He's going super. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And with that, we move on to.
But we say at the minute because of one main reason.
Yeah.
Michael Cole at the end of the show when Big Show came out. John Cena came out. Said it's going to be John Cena plus 5 other competitors, or Big Show plus 5. So that makes it
botch by
that makes
Cole,
it 6.
Was it a botch by Cole?
I reckon it was a surprise. I reckon he botched it.
Yeah.
Next week on Raw, they're announcing 2 new guys.
Yeah, but
Well,
you have to be a former WWE champion to enter this
Rey
one.
Mysterio suspension's over.
Yeah, that's what I said, and I
Right,
also
right.
said Del Rio.
That's a good one as well.
Yeah,
Because that's the rule of
Because remember,
this one.
SmackDown's on the World Heavyweight title match. He's not going to win it there.
And Del Rio's on the fucking poster for Money in the Bank.
But he has to be in part 1 of the matches. And
Yeah.
so I was
Well,
just
And he's
expecting.
never held the world title, and the chances are they're going to do something similar. Or
Did he win the Money in the Bank?
Yeah. You cashed it on your boy Punk,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
laughed
did-
at you, and I rewound it
SummerSlam, wasn't
twice.
Yeah.
it was SummerSlam after he got his ass kicked by Triple H. Or something like that.
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash.
Yeah, and then I rewound it to wind him up.
That's my big homie.
Yeah. And then you were like, oh
Anyway. And then,
no, please not Punk.
Please not this time.
And then Del Rio came out, and I didn't like Del Rio winning, but I still laughed.
Yeah.
It was-
But he laughed at that.
Yeah.
Should have seen me at fucking TLC.
Mm.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
It was the relaunch of WWE NXT last week. And
I don't know how smooth he is.
last week, NXT relaunched, and
It was amazing!
now I told every
Oh.
single person who listens to the show, you gotta watch because they
You
have
gotta watch.
they have a general manager who's worth sticking around to see.
You might not see him.
I'm the interim general manager in the Melbourne League, Dusty Rose, baby. And I'll tell you, you think you've seen NXT for the last 2 years of being expressed? You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I mean, Dusty Rhodes.
Legend.
Dusty Rhodes added a funk and an
Well, it
energy.
made sense as well, because he's been
Yeah,
the GM of
exactly.
FCW.
Yeah, but it's like, he was like, you ain't seen nothing yet. He was just like, so even the fans who were a little bit dead were like, well, yeah. We're gonna watch it.
Well, I think the fans, this week's episode, I mean, we've all watched it.
I watched it last night.
We're a non-spoiler show, so we won't because it hasn't aired everywhere in the world yet.
Everywhere in the world.
It airs.
Yeah, but
Australia don't get it till Saturday.
yes, because all of our Australian viewers are
You want to
tuning
get
in
over,
right
don't
now.
you?
Are tuning in right now.
All right, then.
Do not see
Don't
our...
worry. If you're from Australia, please send all hate mail at Erik Van Djismie on Twitter.
Please do.
Don't actually, follow him.
Oh,
Just send him a hate mail, troll him, because he won't send you anything back other than a tweet saying thank you, because that will get his tweets up.
Actually, that's pretty fucking accurate.
That's accurate as fuck.
Anyway,
But nonetheless, it doesn't air everywhere. It only just aired in Canada Wednesday night,
Right.
and it doesn't. And Friday, I believe,
But this doesn't
Friday night.
so I think we're getting your hate mail through already.
Rubicon.
But, no, they can hear us. But basically,
we can't.
I love this, and obviously I wasn't going to shit on the fans, but I have to give respect to the fans. They obviously started a bit quiet because they didn't know what to expect. They didn't really know what to expect.
That's not hate mail.
I'm going to mention that now.
We're gonna get
I'm gonna
we're
break
getting
this
over during the show.
A live tweet. We are on recording on a Friday. It is, of course, on Twitter. Follow Friday. Rubicon86. Thank you very much for the follow. The FF. Better than Are You Serious? And the True Long Island Story. It's hashtag Total Markout with Erik Van Djismie at the Geek King and at Steve Jones 313. So thank you very much. you want to send any more, please do.
Yes, please do, Rubicon.
Just remember to use the hashtag Total Markout.
Actually, I think Rubicon is actually scared to send me a tweet without a hashtag. I really do. Because after I had to go out, I'm like, hashtag what? He'll hashtag random words at us.
But nonetheless.
But anyway.
I mean, we have a lot more people to give shout out to later on the show.
Yes,
so
we
we'll get
do.
to that. But
The
I want
relaunch.
now the relaunch.
NXT.
The crowd,
Next.
considering that NXT was just relaunched and most of these fans hadn't seen these guys before because they were FCW guys, they did actually quite get into it by
Crowd
the end of
did
the night. Yeah.
I like the fact that if the crowd got their own signs or didn't, this week someone spelled Sheamus like you did.
Yeah.
SHAMUS. So that's actually.
Excuse me, I haven't done that in a long time.
Still. But the WWE, if they had those signs
You
out,
made
I'm
that
sitting
one mistake a long time ago. That's like the whole joke. You shag one sheep.
Yeah.
You know?
Shag one sheep, you have to be Welsh, you fucking all Welsh shag sheep. Mason Ryan.
Poor Gatesy.
But, like I say, well, Gatesy shag a lot more than sheep.
I think I'd rather shag sheep than what he shagged.
What his brother's missus.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what?
you had some awesome crowd, but more importantly, the matches.
Yes.
What amazing matches! You had the debut, I believe, on that show was Bo Dallas, almost the former Bo Rotunda,
Yes.
who debuted against Victor.
Yeah. The debut of my newest the debut of my newest favourite tag team.
The Ascension will
rise. One of them's English. Yes.
And the other one's Conor O'Brien.
Yeah.
Jump time with Conor O'Brien. Yes. Hashtag Ratitude, people.
Every time I hear that, I hear Conan O'Brien. It's just like the same.
Ratitude.
Ratitude. And then they've transformed this guy. The guy's paid his dues.
Oh, he's
Freaking let the Ascension rise.
the tag team they faced actually was actually a really good tag team, but obviously when they're pushing Ascension, so they don't
You
get
know
a chance.
what? I love that corner of silver. They just keep tagging and kicking the shit.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
It's like a mud hole roulette. Or was it?
I love that finisher.
Oh,
it's
downcast.
Yeah.
Downcast.
Which is essentially
A chin block into the flapjack.
Yeah, well, it's essentially it's a jawbreaker into a.
Yeah,
it's a jawbreaker into a flapjack.
But that's an amazing one. Someone else debuted that week as well. Richie debuted this week. Seth debuted.
Seth debuted
Sorry,
this week.
you got Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, the promo. They did another.
Believe a monster.
They did another promo on this week's
Oh,
NXT.
amazing.
I won't talk about this week's NXT,
Yes.
obviously, because I don't know where people are with it. But
Last week's.
they did a promo with that, and obviously they are both debuts, and it is definitely worth watching.
Oh,
You will notice, if you've not seen NXT before, you will notice there are continuity errors because they're taped, so they mix and match a bit. But it's easy to get over it.
but that Bray Wyatt promo.
Oh,
Believe
should
in
go-
monster.
The thing is, I want to see more of that, like
What?
storyline
Well,
wise.
they're gonna be in a minute. They introduce these
Yeah, but I want to see that like him out like in the wherever he is. But I want to see like rather than a promo, I want to see him like film.
No, you don't. What you
People-
want to do, you want to see the promo.
People worship him.
That's the idea. The promo gives you this
Yeah,
impression.
but I want to
see
see.
it. If you just see the people worshiping
Yeah,
the
but then
full
he's
time,
just-
it takes away the mystique.
No, but then he's gonna just come in the ring and wrestle.
No,
Be like-
it's not.
well, look,
We've seen FCW
Yeah,
for
they
each
actually
other.
do, yeah, but that's
But he doesn't
Right.
come out and just wrestle.
that's
no,
alright.
he's as soon
he's
as he comes out, he's
brutal.
on the mic.
He's on the mic and
He's half singing, half preaching, half laughing, and it's just like even I'm going. I don't know if I'm scared of him or if I want to hug him.
yeah, it's okay.
I'm pretty certain he's Jesus.
I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
He's a voodoo Jesus type
I'm
guy.
pretty sure that guy was in the Nexus.
No, he looks a lot like him.
Ah, okay.
But of course, how do you get your crowd pumped up for your next episode when you're finishing taping this one?
Mm.
You give two great athletes a ring and say, you've got 20 minutes, do what you want.
Yeah.
That's the finish. So you put Michael McGillicuddy and Tyson Kidd back in the ring on the main event NXT, and once again, you get an amazing professional wrestling match.
Which is great in one aspect, which is I love that match. Not so good in another one because I gave my little brother a new submission hold.
Somehow, do you like the dungeon lock?
Oh, I like the dungeon.
Is that the first time you'd seen it?
I don't like the dungeon lock.
I did you on you.
Yes, he did.
Really?
Yes.
That's impressive.
Hashtag.
So basically I
Kicks and all?
yeah. So basically I used my new submission on him. Sell this.
I'd also like to point out, I also know how to do the rocking horse submission. I almost killed Stephen with it.
You almost broke my arms, you fucknut.
Anyway,
Anyway.
back to NXT.
So-
I'm going to be the mouth of reason for once.
What's wrong?
Just back
Wow.
to NXT.
Well, basically, well,
I'm getting
That's where the point is. That's where the
That's
point
all.
is.
I'm the one that usually goes on tangent, so now I'm
But
going to get us
basically,
back on track.
that's pretty much all we can report on NXT
I'm
for
gonna-
now.
Well, why don't we do a quick thing?
Whoa.
We've given Raw and both Raws hashtags.
Yeah.
We'll
Oh,
go-
hashtags rated.
Yes. So SmackDown for that one. What's your rating?
Oh. 3.5.
Same here, 3.5. NXT, the
5.
relaunch. A 5 for the
5.
NXT?
NXT, I'm giving it a 4. The only reason I'm not giving it more because I felt they probably could have done a bit more work with the introducing of stars, but definitely great stuff.
The
Yeah,
Ascension
it's a 4 as
promo.
well.
Oh, Ascension promo.
Even Seth Rollins'
Yes.
promo was amazing.
That was like strawberry ice cream. for me. That was just nom, fucking nom. I ate that shit up.
Fair enough. I would have picked them all around.
Oh,
Sorry,
I'm sorry. I wish you were on camera right now. Your face is a fucking picture.
Sorry.
Quack with the grease of ease. I have to say, it was nice to see Johnny Curtis in the return of The Office as well.
Yeah, step in the mouth. Dude, that stinks.
You're
You
not going to
know?
wash your hands? They're already clean.
Clean.
And the fact that Baby just laughs. How big?
Bateman laughs and goes,
And Brilliant Regal turns around and says, I would have beaten him within an inch of his life.
and that was something else.
Oh,
William Regal and JR on
Yes.
commentary.
Oh,
Guess what?
yeah.
They explained the matches. They didn't talk about stuff that's happening later in the show. Stuff that has nothing to do with the show. They talked about the matches.
They never once mentioned Twitter. They never once mentioned any WWE polls. They never...
They talked about the athletes involved in the matches.
Here's my question.
And I would give it NXT a
I know.
4.5.
Oh, great. And I know Djismie's answer to this question anyway, because obviously this falls into his mantra. Should NXT have its own championship?
Yes.
See, I knew he was going to say yes as well. He doesn't even have to say it.
But if
I think he should as well.
Of course
Because
he
in my
should.
opinion, it's pretty much a separate company.
Exactly.
There's not a great crossover between them. You know, they mentioned this week Antonio Cesaro was a SmackDown superstar. They mentioned Damien Sandow had graced us his presence
I was
from
going to say that
SmackDown.
there is, because Tyson
Yeah,
Kidd,
But there's not a great, no storylines crossover.
Not yet.
Yeah.
No, the interim general manager.
Yeah, but you could say that about superstars.
Well, the thing...
But in my opinion, this is a, and if you think about it, this is a completely new company.
So would
in my
you say the NXT World Championship?
No, I say
No,
NXT
just-
Championship.
Just an NXT championship, because it's almost like an amateur championship.
Personally, I would probably just bring the FCW Championship, make it the NXT Championship.
Can anyone win it?
I'd have a tournament.
Can anyone win it?
It's
What do you
not.
mean,
The thing is,
well,
but
like-
hang on.
Kid,
FC
McGillicuddy, anyone that appears on the show.
Anyone who's is classed as part of NXT.
So if Triple H decided to turn up, could he win it?
Well, no, he's not part of NXT.
No, and I'm just saying if he did.
But I've just said,
No, but not.
what I've just said is if you're classed as a part of NXT,
Yeah, but you're also part of like SmackDown or Raw. Or something.
if you're a SmackDown or Raw superstar,
Can
right,
you- right,
you'll
if
be
you're-
on that roster.
right, but
If
can
you're
you?
part, if you were there, if they're saying we're
Say
going
like we've seen.
Can I finish my sentence?
You're not answering my.
I am!
You're not.
Fine! I won't answer your question. We can move on. Because quite frankly, you jumping every 5 seconds is pissing me the fuck off.
Continue.
Are you going to start again? Right. If it's a Raw or SmackDown superstar and they're saying we're graced with their presence, they are not therefore a member of the NXT roster. If they are an NXT roster guy and they've not been debuted on a show, like they said they had a debut of Seth Rollins or Rollins this week, as they keep saying, or if they had the debut of Bo Dallas, that is them. McGillicuddy, like I was trying to say, are classed as I believe both SmackDown or as one Raw.
I think.
The McGillicuddy's Raw.
Yeah.
They would be classed as a Raw superstar or SmackDown superstar, and they are there as a special arrangement to be on the show.
So,
Therefore, they wouldn't be eligible.
thank you.
I think
That's all I was trying to say.
For me,
Thank you.
it comes
And I apologise for deafening everyone.
For me, it comes down to the simple fact is, like, for instance, we're working on a trial run of the Fantasy League in the backstages, and we're trying to work out the kinks of it. And a question came up between me and Dan during the planning of it, which was, do we include NXT? And we basically passed a rule when Djismie was here that if you're on the WWE roster on WWE.com, you're in. NXT superstars are not considered part of the WWE roster.
They're not on the,
So for me,
they're not put on the website yet. So
your phone's under the chair, by the way.
is that what you're looking for?
No,
Yeah.
never mind.
But basically, NXT superstars aren't on the WWE.com superstars roster. So I don't know if they're going to put up a separate roster, or they're going to make a separate website or something like that. But I think if you're
I hope so, because they did it with the last guys.
If you're not, I think it would be a case of if you're not officially part of the NXT roster, but you are part of the WWE, it's like no, because this is really just for them. And I think it also highlights the idea of SmackDown and Raw are bigger and more important than NXT, because if any schmuck from Raw and SmackDown come over and take your title, then it's kind of like, well, they'll just piss off back to Raw and SmackDown with it. It's like, well, what are we meant to do? You know, so I think treat NXT as its own company like you did with FCW, because Triple H wouldn't come and win the FCW championship.
No.
You know what I mean? It would kind of defy the point.
You could bring the FCW championship back, start from scratch as a...
Well, isn't FCW still going?
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
But it's not a TV one. Essentially, it's just what the NXT lot do during the week.
So it's basically
when it's not touring, because I believe this week Bray Wyatt and the chick who did the announcing on the first show,
I don't know her name.
She did the
I don't
tour.
like her.
I prefer this week's.
What's her name?
I'll
This
be
week's.
honest with you. Lillian Garcia is the only female.
Orale, mamacita!
She's the only female announcer that I can ever stand. Every single
At
other.
first you couldn't.
Even in TNA, it's so Val. It's just your voice grates on me when you've got a
I like
microphone.
Val.
Christy Hemme.
I don't know.
No.
I just tend to prefer male announcers because their voices don't fucking drag in my head.
Superstar!
That is awesome. I don't give two shit. You can't tell me that Edge didn't. Although Joey Styles, I didn't like him announcing people to the ring. When
No,
he had
you
to do
really
it.
shouldn't.
But anyway, that was NXT. That was the wrestling recap. So I think now it's time we go to wrestling news.
Do-do-do.
And we're in wrestling news now. First, we're going to cover the actual wrestling news, and then we're going to go to that big announcement that we've been teasing for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So first of all, not many news articles here, just 3 things. First of all, we can confirm that Ric Flair has a no-compete clause in his TNA contract, which means that WWE couldn't sign him even if they fucking wanted to, which is obviously a big part of the lawsuit.
Okay,
deal.
but
Yes?
could he go to Ring of Honor?
I don't know.
They have a syndicated TV show
Yes.
on a number of networks.
Yes.
It's not nationwide yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not international.
Mm-hmm.
But they have a syndicated TV show. They have IP pay-per-views, and apparently the IP pay-per-view, the last one, was an amazing stream, and nothing was broken after that. It was a huge improvement, because
Yes.
eventually that is the way we're all going to go, is IP pay-per-views.
Right.
They reckon.
My problem with the
So the theory being is that in a no-compete clause, would that have just said which company to go to?
My one issue is though I don't think they'd have him back because of his no-shows.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If in theory could he go to Ring of Honor?
I don't think he could.
Would the no-compete covered anything involving TV, or would it just be any wrestling?
Well, he's free to go to Japan, isn't he?
Well,
Because obviously it's Japan doesn't count.
Mexico.
It's kind of like wrestling Vegas.
But here's the thing: Ric Flair was never very over in Japan.
Well, no. But
He's no Vader.
but basically WWE and TNA are like kind of like.
He's no Johnny Ace.
But basically WWE are using that as a kind of.
Hashtag people power.
Basically, WWE are basically saying that they were aware, because obviously they do contracts all the time, they're aware that Ric Flair would have had a no-compete clause in his contract. So why would they try to get him to quit when they know they couldn't even fucking use him?
Yeah.
So, I think this whole lawsuit thing is basically Dixie Carter going, money, money, money,
I need money.
money.
Mommy said, Daddy said I can't have any more.
That's all it is. But, yeah, basically, I think, this whole lawsuit thing will blow over at some point. But our next news, and much to the shame of many people.
Sucks.
Yeah, Dan, you look really sad here, actually. Maxine has officially quit WWE due to being frustrated. Due to being frustrated and not being offered a guaranteed deal, and the fact that she claims that she was never given the chance to prove herself, which I could argue that.
And just like the majority of people who leave or get featured in David, they jobbed in their last match.
Yep.
You can also tell she never had a bikini match before.
Aye.
You don't wear strapless bikinis when you're having a bikini match, especially in the PG era.
No.
She was
So
trying-
well done at increasing the viewers.
I was going to say she was trying to bring it back.
But
We digress.
with the going away of Maxine, I will give a start.
Okay.
A bungalow.
If I could afford it, I would play Adagio for strings right about now. But I can't, so I'll just play this instead.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like
that
it.
That was.
Yeah. I'm sure that's appropriate.
It is.
I'm guessing it will be.
No,
I'm sure it will be.
Just wait till I edit this. I'm going to be so hated. Anyway, and our last bit of wrestling news.
Wrestling news!
Not
It's-
sports entertainment.
Yeah, Vincent Kennedy McMahon has put a ban on naming small cities. Apparently,
What class is it a small city?
basically, when you
Newcastle.
go to a city which doesn't have what he likes to consider like a big enough name,
A
especially
large
for the wrestling,
metropolitan area.
you're not allowed to mention it.
Is that why Baltimore wasn't mentioned?
I don't know, but I mean,
Because if you notice on
What?
SmackDown,
that's
they
fine.
didn't-
That's fine.
I don't believe they said they were in Baltimore, but it showed that they were in Baltimore.
No, the call did say Baltimore because I pop every time because my last lives
Yeah,
in Baltimore.
of course.
So
She's not so happy.
well, not as you know, because she has a different job, so
Yeah,
it
alright.
doesn't affect
This
her.
doesn't affect it anymore.
No, so quite frankly, she's quite happy because obviously it means it's horrible for the people that treat her like shit. And quite frankly, I'm happy for every bit of misery they get.
Fair enough.
Fuck you all. With a spoon made of cancer. In the dick.
I want to buy one of them.
A dick.
A cancerous spoon, you fool.
He never said that.
Yeah.
Now, that's, Vincent Man, I think we can sum this up. You're an idiot.
Basically, New York, Chicago,
The big cities.
Orlando,
Yeah.
maybe just get away with Miami.
It'd be intriguing for the England TV shows if he mentions Birmingham.
You'll have to.
Yeah.
It's not a big city though.
But he won't just mention that they're in the
Good
UK.
evening, England.
Were there any British wrestlers who were from Birmingham that were really big?
No.
So basically just
Can you imagine that
so basically
accent?
just London.
Can you imagine that accent on a fucking promo?
It's not Scouse.
Yeah, so basically the only English cities that will be mentioned are Blackpool,
Manchester and London.
they'll include Liverpool.
Yeah.
Just because,
Ugh.
Beatles. Because apparently that's what we produced. We produced the Queen, Shakespeare, and the fucking Beatles. Overrated fucktards.
Fucking Liverpool.
You know the thing is, we've
Scouse
been
bastards.
accused of hating on WWE. I can assure you, I hate the Beatles far more than I hate the WWE. I love the WWE. I have no love for the fucking Beatles. Just fucking saying. Now,
Might not say that when you're 64.
let's
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying.
We should.
now we have an announcement to make about the future of hashtag Total Markout.
Yeah, boy!
Oh yeah.
Now we three had a meeting.
We did.
An official meeting where we had lots of diagrams and graphs, and it was all pretty and mathematical. Dan,
I don't remember clothes.
Hashtag stats.
yeah, Dan kind of fell asleep for a moment. So
I did not.
Oh, it was just.
Well, yeah.
yeah, we woke
Yeah.
him up with a Rosa Mendes chant,
Hola, mamacita, Rosa Mendes!
which by the way,
Looking fine in bikini homes! Órale!
is it weird that I want that as either a ringtone or an alarm?
Órale, homes! Get the fuck up!
And I don't think I'm the right guy to make this announcement, so I'm going to let you guys work out which one of you guys are going to make this announcement.
Together.
I don't even know what we're saying.
All right.
Hashtag Total Markouts from the 1000 episode of Raw is going to be going
Weekly.
Yes, we are no longer going to be a fortnightly show. We'll be coming to you every week from YouTube and Blick TV.
whether you
More,
want it
more,
or
more.
Yeah. we're going, which basically gives us...
You didn't ask it, but we provided it.
We're basically giving you, basically, it gives us more chance to talk about Raw, SmackDown, NXT of the week.
Also gives us more chance to discuss other things. Other topics we might have. It allows us to bring in new segments, such as one we'll be debuting in just a minute.
Exactly.
Called hashtag Djismie Stats.
Yeah. And of course, now I have to find a fucking jingle for it.
Hang on. I like that one.
We'll go with that one.
We'll go with that one.
All right. Well, when we come to your segment, we'll do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So yeah, we're going to be weekly, and it's going to be fantastic. It's all right. I'm an insomniac. It works.
Yes.
So basically, as we're approaching the 1 hour mark of this episode, I think we might as well go to Djismie's segment. So
hold on. It works. Definitely works.
It is, yeah.
I like that. It works good.
I'm used to counting down into it, but I like the fact that we just went right into it.
Yeah.
Just randomly appears.
It's like Roddy Piper. Just
Well, I was thinking more like a can.
Yeah, a bit of fluff flying around. I was trying to catch it.
I was thinking more like a can. You don't never know when those fires going to appear until apart from the camera changes angle.
So, Djismie, hit us with those stats.
This is Djismie Stats for hashtag Total Markout.
We already played the jingle.
I know.
Djismie stats. There you go.
Anyway, since this is my segment and it's my comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's what I like. I love stats. So this week is going to, since it's Money in the Bank, it's going to be a few stats on the actual Money in the Bank matches over the years. Not the pay-per-view, just the ones at WrestleMania and the ones at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. It's just like basically the ladder match itself.
Okay.
So basically what I'm going first, Edge was the first ever winner of the Money in the Bank. Yeah, just for those that didn't know that. Yeah, at WrestleMania 21. CM Punk is the only two-time winner.
Two-time, baby!
Unfortunately, they were back-to-back.
Back-to-back, baby!
Mr. Kennedy
Kennedy!
is the only man to lose the
Wait
briefcase.
for it. Kennedy!
In a match where it was defended.
So, technically, does that not also make him the only man to ever win the Money in the Bank and then not win a championship?
That was my next one.
It's not fun when you do a segment in someone's room, is it?
I'm fine with that. I don't care. I'm not that bitchy. I am bitchy, but not that bitchy. Anyway, yes, Mr. Kennedy, the only man to win the briefcase in the ladder match, in the match, and didn't win a championship. Yeah. Edge, obviously, Edge took it from him, so Edge is the only man to win it in a singles match.
Right.
There have been 10 Money in the Bank matches.
Mm-hmm.
7 debutants of that match have won it. And my final stat, there has been 39 different superstars in all the Money in the Bank matches combined, not including the ones coming up. Different ones.
Was the longest gap between cashing in at Edge?
Yes.
Because he waited just about a year.
So 39 different men to appear in all the Money in the Bank. Not like different superstars in all of the matches. Not counting multiple appearances.
Because the shortest one would have been Kane.
What was your favourite cash-in?
Edge.
Which one?
Cena.
The first one.
Cena. Yeah, that was a mark-out moment. It saved us from Cena.
It showed the way that it could be done. Everyone thought it was going to be a match. Showed the way the fact it couldn't. Favourite one to cash in?
Surely yours is Rob Van Dam's.
That's what I was going to say.
It's up there. It is up there.
RVD, the only guy to cash in and actually have it.
Which has one of my favourite Joey Star quotes. We'll take it.
Yeah. The only man actually cashed in.
RVD's up there. Definitely Edge as well is up there. My least favourite is also Edge, but that was Taker.
My least favourite is Daniel Bryan. There's no.
I think
to be fair, mine says Daniel Bryan because he beat the Big Show on those seconds. Like fuck you.
Yeah.
I think maybe though my favourite could be Punk.
Which one?
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy. Just because I didn't
Second
want Jeff having the title. I wasn't a member of the Hardy Party. I'm an original member of the Creature of the Night because that's the Undertaker. Not the fucking Hardys. Prick.
Who's your favourite superstar that brings out moments in the Money in the Bank?
Shelton Benjamin.
Damn right.
Actually, close second is Kofi though.
Yeah.
Kofi does some magical things and like
He does.
Shelton goes crazy, but Kofi goes fucking like does some things that you're like, well, how the fuck did you do that? I mean, I remember popping so much when Shelton on the first one ran up the ladder and did the clothesline. I was like, how the fuck did you do that?
And then the game designer's going, fuck, put that in the game.
Yes.
I remember sitting there rewinding it the next morning, rewinding, going, how do you do that? And then I must have watched that 5 times before watching the rest of the match.
And those were Djismie stats.
They were.
So I guess we should move on to the next segment then, which is Dan's You Get a Wrench!
It's a quick, easy one. I got a couple of requests on Tumblr actually, asking about the superstars. And there was, I said on Twitter as well, I give them ones out because they were TNA related and we don't do that on here. But first, you're going to watch Involve Sid. And someone goes, if I had to pick a moment, I had to see a moment from Sid, how would I, what would I recommend? I said go to ECW, go to 1999, I'd go to Get Charged, and see how somebody who was a huge monster in both 2 different companies can go to the final company and have such a different impact. He came on, I believe he was there for like 5 shows, came out, just bang, chokeslam, bang, powerbomb, one more time, powerbomb, one more time, powerbomb. He came out and killed people, but his introduction to it what was great was that Judge Jeff Jones came out, and he's still the manager at the time, and he turns around, he later was the manager and the brains really behind the late Mike Awesome. And he turned around and said, he was talking to John Cronin, so I believe he's passed away as well, John. He turned around and goes, you, Cronus, will not be facing anyone because I'm the judge and I charge you as guilty as charged. And my executioner will deliver swift justice with vicious consequences because he is the man. And that's how Sid was ended. Sid comes out, place pops, comes out, destroys Sid Cronus, then leaves. Come out the next night, the next show, does the same thing, crowd's even hotter, comes out the ECW arena, crowd's really hot for him. That's what you want to do. When you come out for someone, you want to make an impact in the place, and you've got a bit of history behind you, as maybe being someone else, come out as a different guy. Come out not as a new gimmick, but just come out and go, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to do. Bye.
Isn't that the one I bought you?
Yeah, you did buy me that one. Yeah. Another one would be Vader. There's loads of moments to choose for Vader. People goes, what would you pick for Vader? I initially thought of SummerSlam and Shawn Michaels.
6.
But however, I went with different routes and went to WrestleMania 12. Team Vader versus Team Yoko. You had Team Yoko was Yokozuna, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Ahmed Johnson. And I believe Team Vader, I may be wrong here, was Vader, Bulldog, and Owen. I believe that was the team.
I think so, yeah.
Because it was Camp Cornette.
Yeah.
Because the ruling was if Yoko's team won, because he just left Camp Cornette, he'd get 5 minutes alone in the ring with Jim. But that never happened. Because of the unrelenting, unforgiving, and downright devastating force that is Big Van Vader. He hits that Vader bomb and he destroyed, I believe it was Jake he got the pin on. Destroyed Jake the Snake Roberts, pinned him, 1, 2, 3. Cornette is the happiest man in the world. I won, Vader. But of course, that is something it's very much a forgotten gem. It's a nice little match. It's the opening match of the show. It gets you in the right mood. But the thing is, everyone thought, you got that stipulation's a face split. Well, no, not with Vader. Nothing is that simple with Vader. I could have gone to WCW and shown him win a title, and Sting dropping it 6 days later and then winning it again. Yeah. I could have gone with the Ron Simmons match, or I could have gone to Japan and had mentioned him teaming up with. For the life of me, I just forgot his name. He had a very familiar team with Bam Bam Bigelow. He had a very good big team with Bam Bam. It was a huge thing in Japan. But I went with that because I thought that was a forgotten gem. Not many people remembered it.
Yeah.
Watch that. So that basically is what I've got for this week's you gotta watch. Anyone wants any other ones? Send in superstars. Send in big groups, tag teams. I'll answer all of them.
Yeah, I mean, so you can send all those suggestions to @GeekKing. Again, we'll have all the Twitter names available at the end of the show, or you can send in suggestions via the Fan Corner facility on our Tumblr. And speaking of Fan Corner, let's segue into that right now. We apparently got one hell of a Fan Corner segment for you this week, so let's just get right fucking into it and play the jingle for hashtag. In fact, Djismie, do us the honours.
Hashtag Fan Corner.
So, Dan, you've got the questions and we all have the answers.
I have. First of all, @You Gonna Get Got
Okay.
on Twitter. Hashtag Total Markout. Hashtag Fan Corner.
Hi,
Once
Gary.
again, if you want to give us a Fan Corner, that's how you do it. Put those hashtags in.
All
We
right.
often search them. If you don't directly tweet us.
Exactly.
He asks, who would be the 4 faces of your Mount Rushmore of wrestling?
For me, it's going to be Ric Flair,
Okay.
Vince McMahon, Hulk Hogan,
Okay.
and Shawn Michaels.
Wow. Okay. Yourself? Erik?
The Rock,
Right.
Sting, Hulk Hogan, and Vince McMahon.
Similar theme. Vince McMahon, Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Mm-hmm.
Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to have Hogan on there.
Whoa!
He was. I may say what I say about him, but at the end of the day, he would be on the Rushmore if you were making
Of
one.
course.
Hey, not every person likes all the presidents are on Rushmore.
Yeah.
And then the final one for me would probably be the Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to have the dead man.
The problem is you only have 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way,
That
when
was
you
my-
count your fingers, I swear to God, you're going to break your fingers. Because then your fingers just go boil like
That's
a springboard.
Okay, Djismie, you got the next question?
Well, this is new.
It is. From @SeenAs Lesbian Fan.
Oh.
Hashtag Total.
Shout out.
What is your favourite moment of all time of your fave wrestler?
Well, the funny thing is, my favourite wrestler's changed. Basically because of the fact that he's becoming more and more of a massive cock.
Yes. So that is very true.
So I'm really getting put by Shawn Michaels.
Elephant hunting fuck.
You know what I know, and I will quickly address this. The thing about Shawn Michaels, when he went, when people say, how could people get pissed off at you for hunting? He says, ask the people that eat cows. Now, by the way, I eat cows. You know, usually as burgers or steaks or mince, not as a fucking cow. But here's the thing, I will eat a cow. I won't eat a fucking elephant, you dickwad.
I might.
Wait, but you're dead, you
Yes.
I am kind of curious to see what it tastes like.
crap, apparently. But
Well,
it's,
you know,
there is a big fucking difference. And
Fucking endangered species.
I mean,
Well,
you're a
I
vegetarian.
know I'm a vegetarian.
You're
I
a
don't agree with
vegetarian,
any of
yeah.
it, obviously, but fucking
I mean,
hunting
the thing
endangered species of
Yeah,
animals.
but the thing is, you're vegetarian and a carnivore,
Yeah.
you know, or whatever the correct
Omnivore.
right?
I'm a
But
carnivore.
even I'm
Yeah.
even I'm going. No,
Yeah.
fuck you, Sean. So anyway, that would mean that my favourite would be Mick Foley.
Wow, what a nice little segue.
Yeah, Mick Foley, who could probably give you a wrestling match with an elephant. Okay, ACW match I wasn't around.
No, Vader.
And for me, my favourite moment from Mick Foley would probably be the promo he gave when in the build-up to his tag match with Edge against Terry Funk and was it Terry Funk?
Tommy Dreamer.
Tom Dreamer, yes. The opening line was, "Where the hell do you all get off?" Calling me a sellout, and from that moment on, you just knew you were in for a ride, and it was great. In fact, you had a similar shade of that promo later on in TNA when he went against Sting. That similar tone of voice, which always makes me have a hair stand, man.
My favourite moment is very good because favourite match is hard for the Dead Man. But he is my favourite of all time, Undertaker. I would probably go with so many great moments for the Dead Man. The amount of time he's been dead and reborn and
Burned.
burnt alive.
See?
The one that comes straight to mind, when I think great moments with the dead man is January Royal Rumble. I believe it was '95. The Undertaker casket match with Yoko. The Survivor Series after the show.
The cogs are turning, Djismie.
Yeah. On 94.
Ooh. Might be 94. So it was SummerSlam and Liam Neeson. The two of the takers was the 94.
That was 95. That was 94.
So what? Did you?
So then it was
sorry,
95.
sorry, did you just say Liam Neeson was in the Royal Rumble?
No,
because if he was, how did he not win?
No, he searched for the Undertaker. That was SummerSlam '94.
Leslie
Nielsen.
So I'm sorry. If Liam Neeson's the guy who's taking.
I'm sorry. I just watched a lot of Liam Neeson films last night. That's all.
Is that the Chuck Norris one?
Yeah, that was the one after. We have the Survivor Series.
That's Survivor Series '94.
Are you sure? Because
I'm sure that's.
Because remember, Taker gets buried, then he finds the two. Yeah, that's right. It's '94.
Yeah.
So it's '94, and it's the rebirth. You know, where he has the epic promo, the green smog, and he comes from out the Titantron, and he's lifted up into the sky.
Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, sure.
That's who that was.
Don't give a fuck.
Sorry.
You know what? Quite frankly, dudes, that was uncalled for. Just because I'm gonna beat you as bad as Brock beat The Rock at SummerSlam.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, basically, these guys really take a lot of...
All I'm saying is that was Marty Jannetty. That's happening in that segment.
Just
your favourite moment, your favourite superstar, so then I can piss all over that.
Alright. I'm not pissing all over, I'm helping you know the history.
I didn't want to know that.
Oh, well now you do.
Okay, Switzerland's pissed off. You know, just chill.
Remember, now you know, and knowing's half the battle.
I would have searched if I wanted to know who that was.
Hashtag Transformers.
So, surprise is half the battle, knowing's half the battle, everything's half the battle. What I care about is all of the battle.
I'm going to go with The Rock.
Never.
Survivor Series 01. Getting the final pin on Austin against the Alliance in the Survivor Series 10-man tag team match. Wow, what a moment. The Rock saved WWE.
It was.
Okay, next question. Anonymous on Tumblr asks, or says rather, hey Marks, what's your first memory of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it? I'm talking about a real memory.
My first memory, because I had to retro a lot of my stuff. Like I didn't see like the Shawn Michaels Austin match first, but that would be the earliest thing I were about to watch. The earliest memory I have of like the first thing, and I know it was the very first thing I watched, was "It was me, Austin! It was me all along!"
Oh, that's a fucking good one for your first memory. Yourself, just with
Hulk Hogan won in the 1991 Royal Rumble.
Well, you're only 12.
The bitterness is strong with this one.
First real memory I have, I mean, I've watched things in the past, obviously, and I've watched, I remember watching things as a kid.
Yep.
First thing would have been Raw, and I think it's probably the opening of Raw is War. You remember when it changed the second hour and had the new Titantron and all that came through. So yeah, when the second hour first turned to Raw is War, it was like one of my first real memories of wrestling.
Alright.
So once again, Anonymous on Tumblr asks, in your opinion, which of your co-hosts would make the best GM/commissioner of a new upstart indie promotion? And I'll throw this one to Erik this time.
So basically, you've got to choose between me and Dan.
I know.
I don't think it's a hard question.
I'm going to go with Stewie.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, damn.
Yourself, dude?
See, I've got a personal bias against Djismie.
I know.
But he's in the wrestling business to some degree because he's an indie wrestling referee, so he knows some of the ropes. But I like your thinking as well.
Go with your heart.
I'm going to go with Dan because I think the wrestlers would be safer.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of on the same line. I'm going to go with you.
Alright.
Mainly because I can just see him getting closed down within a week.
It's
Health and safety would
like-
come around and go, you want to do what to who now?
I'd be the WSX.
You cannot have a burning prostitute nailed on a board match.
Why? Watch WSX.
We'll call her Beth. They'll be fine.
Crossover.
Yeah. If you watch WSX, that's probably the shit I would put down.
I don't want the prostitute named Beth to have anything to do with you or your bookings.
I want to see a piranha death match again.
That's
I want actually. Well, I was going into that. Not only the one from WSX, I was watching some Japan stuff where they're actually locking them in glass containers full of piranhas. Now that is what I want to see.
Anonymous on Tumblr asks,
Yes, Dan.
if you could have any current WWE superstar, including those under WWE Legends contracts, as a guest on hashtag Total Markout, who would it be and why? Djismie.
The Rock.
And why?
Because he's the most electrifying man in all of entertainment, and we are now a currently show in entertainment.
We're currently showing entertainment. We are now a show in entertainment. Or we are currently a show in
I'm
entertainment.
sorry, I'm still laughing about
You do not.
Yourself.
I'm still laughing about piranhas.
I'm torn between two
Hashtag piranhas.
because I know they could both give a great interview. I feel really bad about this one because I have to neglect one of them, but I'm going to go with Mick Foley. My other one that I'm going to have to let go is Roddy Piper. Just 'cause, oh man, but Mick Foley, yeah, just because he's awesome.
Mine would be CM Punk.
Yeah.
Mainly because I've heard CM Punk's radio interviews.
Dude.
And it's not so much just because of Djismie, where it'd be interesting in that conflict.
I was
really-
suspended that day.
What is really cool is he sits there, and I've seen an interview where he was talking to the guy about the business and whatnot, and he was really openly saying what he didn't like, who he wanted to see pushed, all this. I just think he'd be very honest on a show, and it'd be a really cool insight into WWE.
But he doesn't like the fans.
Fuck you.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't like you, and I don't like you.
That's alright.
Next
I'll lose
question.
no sleep tonight then. Oh wait.
Anonymous on Tumblr.
Yes.
Hey Marks, love the show. Just wondering if you could have any piece of wrestling merchandise that wasn't a belt or DVD/VHS, i.e. a t-shirt, clothing, etc. from any era. What would it be and why? Keep on marking out. Djismie?
Can I have the Rock's tracksuit from his 2004 promo with Eugene?
I guess that technically classes a piece of merchandise.
Can I be that guy?
I guess
I caught it.
I guess if it was on DWAuction.com,
Yeah. I love that, and I wanted it, and I was really pissed off when some guy got it.
Shawn Michaels hat from when he was the commissioner.
The cowboy hat.
Yeah.
That's cool. So many good pieces. An original Roddy Piper Hot Rod t-shirt.
Nice.
That's what I go for.
Next question.
At Sluggy on Twitter asks, hashtag Total Markout, hashtag Fan Corner. Since Sting has been inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame, do you think the WWE would snub him out of their Hall of Fame?
Yes.
No.
Expansion on yes?
Not because he's inducted to the TNA Hall of Fame, but simply because Sting can only deny them so many times when WWE goes, well, fuck him. But I don't think they're going to sue him directly because of the TNA thing, but this is going to be one of those extra nails in the coffin.
Expansion on no.
I don't think they'll ask him anytime soon, like they did. But I do think after he's done with TNA, I think they will come back to him again because I don't think they can they can't bypass the legend like Sting forever.
I will say I don't think an answer in this question is no. I don't think it's anything to do with TNA Hall of Fame, but I do think it's going to be a long time before he's asked again. I think it's going to be the Bruno treatment, whereas I think Bruno won't be asked be inducted now until it's a post-humorous one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he's so against it, his family might be so against it.
If Vince says this, that, the other, and it's happened to a few people who've been against it and they've gone in.
Look at Owen Hart.
That's a legal battle.
Yeah.
Anonymous on Tumblr asks, look at your fellow co-hosts.
Do I have to?
Oh,
Yep.
God.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a handsome man. It's this one you got to watch out for.
It's just,
Don't look directly. That light is shining on that
it's
bald
just,
spot.
it's just I'm so jealous of your beard.
I know, but watch out for that bold spot.
Wow, the gloves are up with these two.
Assuming they were to partake in a storyline that would end at WrestleMania match, which WWE superstar, including anyone from under the WWE Legends contract, just to keep Djismie happy, by the way.
I know. Thank you very much, by the way.
Would you like to see them work this program with? So this is, just to clarify, who you would like to see them work with, not who they would work with.
Well, basically, for you, Djismie, I would have you work with The Rock, but the specific program would be you would start off being the guy that says, come on, great match. You know, you wouldn't necessarily try to get at WrestleMania. You would just try to get any match. And The Rock would be like, kid, you're not in my league yet, but keep on working. I've got John Cena to do it. So you take out John Cena. And say, John Cena's not there anymore. Now you can face me. And The Rock's like, that was my business. You start my business. So somebody else tries to take him on, like Brock. So you take out fucking Brock Lesnar. And eventually, The Rock says, look, I'm not going to wrestle you. So then you turn on him. And then you have the big clash at WrestleMania. You know, and it's basically like, but instead of being like, you were the biggest fan, you're now like, fuck you, I'm going to take over you, and then you're going to be begging me for a rematch.
My one for you would be, see, I was tempted to put The Rock in there, but obviously I'll try and get a different one. I don't know, just for shits and giggles, I'd like to see you do a Dutch gimmick, an anti-American gimmick, and throw you in there with Hacksaw. Just to give Hacksaw a WrestleMania match again.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
You know what I mean? Just to see you come out there and you put a Dutch accent on, and you'd be very much like Antonio Cesaro was putting all his Switzerland gear on. Yeah. You come out with the Dutch football top, and you can sit there going, "Yous are so bad. You don't even smoke weed legally, man. I can go into a cafe back home and do what I want."
So what about, I'll let you do Dan Sterling first. Who do you reckon for Dan?
For Dan?
Yes, for Dan.
No. Just because I had yours on the tip of my tongue, that's all. But never mind.
I'll go stay.
Alright, what I would have for you,
Right.
it would be Mick Foley,
Yes.
right? But it would be you trying
You?
to, for you,
You sound like Christopher Walken.
you, brother, trying to prove how hardcore you were. So I'd put you in a, like, and you'd want that bit, and then, like, to prove that you're worthy to fight Foley in a hardcore match. So, like, you would take out, like, I would, the ones you shit on, basically, the ECW roster, I would just, right? And I'd go through, like, lots of hardcore matches with them, and it would end in a barbed wire Hell in the Cell match.
Dan, you know what I said? I'd pick you to be wrestling. It depends if I'm in the company.
Myself for you.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be an interest. I think I'd probably give you Piper.
Nice.
I would like to see the battle of wits.
Oh, yeah.
The battle of wits between you and Roddy Piper would be immense, in my opinion.
For you, I actually had this great storyline in my head. Well, I say great, it's crap. But basically, it would start off with basically Kane going for the Undertaker, and then you take an Undertaker out. So you take Kane out, and when the Undertaker's like, "What do you do? This is Undertaker. I want you. I don't give two shits about championships. I didn't come here to win belts. I came to take you down." And he's like, "You want to beat me at Mania?" I said, "No, I didn't say I want to beat you at Mania. I want to kill you. I want to destroy you. I want to." The thing is, Taker, it'd be a whole like you want to end the legacy before he ends it himself. You know,
a hero worship thing.
Exactly, and that's what I would have for you. My backup ones, I did have a backup one, which would have been Bubba Ray. But yeah,
Yourself, dude.
Me.
What would you have for me?
For you, I would put you in a storyline where, a bit like Steve, it's not about championships. It's like not about the glory of winning. It's just that you want to put a bit in the difference here. That you want to go out and just wrestle.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't care about gimmicks. I would just want to put it on a pure wrestling match. Like, I just want to prove that I'm wrestling. I don't need storylines. I don't want to be involved with any shit. You know, you might get involved in a diva storyline. I like, you know.
Mamacitas.
Yeah, we'll get you. You know.
See,
so
he doesn't hate you.
Right. So I was thinking, obviously, so you're trying to prove, and then Mr. Punk comes.
Ah, yes.
So I try and get the pure wrestling match.
Okay.
And then you can both have you gunning after Maria. Oh!
Ow! Ow! I mean, ow!
Oh,
Yeah.
Yukata Maria.
But surely he's going to. Isn't he going after Edge now? Or they just swap birds?
They're swap birds.
Even Watkin.
Hashtag share and care.
Even Watkin has had a crack. And Leah's crack.
What? Cowbell?
Even crime time. Big brown and you put your head in it.
Here's Peter's box.
It's all about the money. Yeah.
Okay, another question.
Yep.
Quickly try and get through these. If you could have any band write a new theme song for hashtag Total Markout, which band would you pick?
Saliva.
Nice.
It'd be if is it Total Market, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
It'd be a toss up between Shinedown or Nightwish.
Fairy Dead Man.
Nice.
Very good.
For both of you.
If
Thank you.
okay, this one. I'll leave
Friends.
this one until last one. We'll come back to that one.
Okay.
At Total Marking Out.
Oh yeah,
Asks-
we've got it. Did you follow called? He's actually called at Total Marking Out.
Maybe he just marks out for you people.
Well, he does promote us, and we
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
him very much for that.
Yeah.
Or
Asks,
she.
who is the most underrated wrestler in the WWE?
Current.
History.
Ah. Ooh. Ah.
Ooh. Seriously, Christopher Walken is in the building.
Oh, I'd rate it.
It was.
It's gotta be Spike Dudley in my book. Never got the championships he should have had.
Spike Dudley.
I'd love to know who I'm doing an impression of.
Raven.
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 Oh,
Unreal.
yes.
Obviously, we'll give him the props for the 27-time Hardcore champion.
Oh yeah.
Right.
More stats of that to come later on.
Yes, there will be for the Hardcore title.
All right.
But
Dan?
poor guy never got a world title in WWE, and not good.
Lance Storm.
Yeah.
Lance Storm. In the WWE, Lance Storm.
He did get the IC title, so he did get that.
He got tag
mid-card.
team as well,
Yeah.
but
Could have been
I
WWE
think Lance
champion.
could have been a legitimate
Oh, yeah.
WWE,
I'm surprised.
especially with Jericho.
Am I the only one that was actually surprised that he never got the WCW belt during the invasion?
I was surprised he didn't get it before WCW closed. to be honest.
Yes.
But I wasn't a watcher.
When he
of
was
WCW.
feuding with Booker, you know when he had the 3 titles,
He had the three. He needed one
And then
more.
he-
We
yeah.
might as well give him it.
and he did have the match with
Yeah.
Booker T, and he got beat, and that's where it kind of shocked me, and it kind of went
Yeah.
downhill from
Okay.
after that.
At Steven,
That's the even.
I believe I hope I'm saying that right. I'm
You
trying
are.
my best. What's your favorite dance move in wrestling?
The worm. The worm. Scotty too, honey.
I'll say the worm, but I'm going to say the Trish Stratus worm.
Hey,
Ah,
I'm saying Candice Michelle. The turn,
I can do this.
the GoDaddy turn.
Yeah,
Jazz.
that would be
Yeah,
second.
fuck you. Fuck you.
Ivory.
No, your favorite one is the the expose.
What cat?
No, the exposure.
Boom, beep, boom. Oh!
Oh, I just
Candice
thought,
Michelle's music.
I just thought you meant Jerry the King. What was old word?
No. And Stephen also asks,
He does.
Oh.
what was your favorite animal in wrestling?
Now this fucking question.
I love this question.
I know Coco Beware's fucking bird.
What's
Then
it
you-
called?
Then you got.
No, I
Right.
was asking him
Then
there.
you got the blue and dog. You have Fifi the dog and Chloe the dog. But in fact, I knew Fifi. I didn't know Chloe.
Matilda.
I didn't know Matilda. I didn't know the fucking snakes. Okay.
Dave-
I did not know the
Dave-
snakes.
Damien Lucifer Revelations.
Well done, Dan. I would expect
And
you
the
to.
Cobra wasn't named. It was
I
just
know.
like Dastardly
I
Cobra.
know.
Just
I
the
don't.
Cobra.
I don't count the gobbledygooker, and I
Hector
don't.
Guerrero.
And I don't count
The soaring
the
eagle.
Soaring Eagle.
That's-
Chavo Guerrero.
I don't count any of them. So, my favorite animal in wrestling. Come back to me.
Batista.
Oh, fuck off.
Yourself, dude.
Ah, so many to choose from.
Oh, you know.
No, I'm gonna go Frankie.
Frankie?
I like Frankie and Coco Beware.
I'll come back to you.
I'm just like.
Who's Frankie? Well, Frankie Jr. made his appearance in TNA. Hashtag Frankie
don't
Jr.
forget Victoria's Tarantula.
Poison.
Poison.
Yeah, don't forget that one.
Yeah, don't.
See,
But remember,
you know what's sad? When this question was asked, like when I first heard this question, the only I could come up with was Stone Cold Steve Austin's dog. He wasn't even involved in
Bosco.
wrestling.
Pepper. Rest in peace, Pepper. That was hard. That. See, I go for let's go for the most horrendous storylines going, and even I drew the line at Boss Man killing Pepper and Al Snow eating him.
What the heck?
That's back in '99.
Because I remember
That's, you know what I mean?
because in every documentary Stone Cold's done, he's always had a dog, and I've seen the dog when he was quite young, and then I was watching the Stone Cold Truth when he has to help him in, and I was going, no.
Police dog.
Are you going with Stone Cold's dog?
I've gone for Stone
Police
Cold's dog.
dog number 3 in the Kennel of Hell match.
I'm going for Matilda.
Fair
All right.
I always loved Matilda because and that was where my love for bulldogs came as well.
Don't you have a statue named Matilda?
No, that's called Winston.
Yeah, but the 3 of them.
No, Winston, Rocky, and Balboa. Because they're 2 boxers.
And next question.
The next question is the one I left to last.
All right.
Hey, Marks!
Yeah!
Don't know if you've seen the article on WWE.com called Who Does It Better?
Oh, we fucking saw it.
But I was wondering if you could give your opinions. Thanks a lot and keep marking out.
But why would
So,
you rattle them off?
So I'm going to rattle them off. We'll do it in order.
Yeah.
DDP, Diamond Cutter, or Randy Orton's RKO?
DDP always fucking wins.
Yes.
Always.
Not according to WWE.com.
They're wrong.
Wrong.
Rick Martel's Boston Crab.
Of all the Boston Crabs. Of all the Boston Crabs. So when Rick fucking Martel.
The model
Oh,
Rick Martel.
No, it wasn't. It was the WCW, so it wasn't.
Oh, so it was just that. Oh, is that
Chris
what it
Jericho. Walls of Jericho.
Jericho. He has the flair and he can
Yeah,
wrestle.
I'm going to go Jericho.
Saying it's so WWE.com.
No, they got something right.
Razor Ramon's Razor's Edge, or Outsider's Edge, is Scott Hall.
Mhm.
Or Sheamus's High
Scott
Cross.
Hall.
Where's
Where's that at?
WWE went for the same.
It's alright then.
Yeah.
Iron Sheik's Camel Clutch.
Don't say gender.
Or Scott Steiner's Steiner Recliner.
Right. Sheik always wins.
Fucking bullshit!
Jabroni! Yeah.
Ho, you know it, jabroni.
Yeah, Sheik.
Yeah, WWE.com with Steiner.
You know why?
Just Sheik.
Go to the sandwich.
Going up my sandwich pitch. Oh man, that had me in stitches.
My Steiner impression is awesome. It's not accurate, but it's awesome.
The late great Eddie Guerrero's Frog Splash.
Yeah.
Or RVD's 5-star Frog Splash.
Eddie Guerrero.
Honest opinions, dude.
I know.
No crucifixions.
Not yet.
As if I can lift him up to crucify.
That's my next story
Maybe.
then.
I'll beat you to it.
Yeah, Eddie.
For more information, go to Bookmark.
Yeah.
And
Eddie Guerrero, yeah.
yeah, Dewey went for RVD.
Of course they did.
Ken Shamrock's Ankle Lock or Kurt Angle's Angle Lock.
Ken Shamrock.
Ken Shamrock.
Dewey went for Kurt Angle.
Yeah, because Ken Shamrock would snap your fucking ankle. Angle just Angle just can't go. Rah, rah.
Ted DiBiase's $1 Million Dream or Sergeant Slaughter's Cobra Clutch.
Sergeant Slaughter.
This one I actually had trouble with, but ultimately I went for Sergeant Slaughter because for me he's the guy in that move.
WWE.com also went with Sergeant Slaughter.
I actually remember a Chris Masters thing when Chris Masters was doing the whole Master Challenge.
Yeah.
And then Sergeant Slaughter says, I don't know if I can break the Master, but can you break the Cobra Clutch? Cobra!
And that's an order.
I hope he's in G.I. Joe too.
Is that G.I. Joe 1?
Yeah, that's why I said I hope he's in G.I.
Bill
Joe
Goldberg's Spear.
Yeah.
Or Edge's Spear.
I actually went for Goldberg's because it was just always sold better, and Edge does a lot of psychology, and I love what Edge does to it. But Goldberg's was also like, you bastard!
Yeah, Goldberg.
Yeah, the thing for me on this is it's not the right comparison.
Yeah, because that's like power.
It
the
should
sheer
have
velocity
been.
of
It should have been Reynolds' gore or Goldberg's Spear.
Yeah, it should have been.
Go.
Because it's more of a gore. It's a gore thing.
Yeah. See,
especially when you got Heyman going, God!
But needless to say, they went with Edge.
Yeah, of course they did.
Booker T's Bookend.
Rock.
Or the Rock's Rock
Rock Bottom.
And we went with Rock Bottom.
That's
and the final one.
Not that I don't love the bookend.
And the final one, which was interesting because it was a poll,
yeah,
which they haven't announced the winner of yet. Yeah. Bret Hart, Sharpshooter, or Sting, Scorpion, Deathlock.
Scorpion, Deathlock.
Sharpshooter.
Exactly. And that is the most split move in them. And that is all the questions on hashtag
Wow, and
Fan
thank
Corner.
you very much for 12 questions this week. People.
Absolutely, it was definitely worth going over time for these questions, I'll tell you that much for fucking note. We are very thankful for all the
13 questions.
And
13, why bad?
keep them coming in. You can basically... How do you send these questions in? Well, we'll answer that question in...
Shameless plug!
But you forgot the hashtag.
What's this job?
Okay.
You shouted too quick.
So...
Hashtag.
Shameless plugs!
Okay. So in hashtag Shameless Plug here, you can send us all your questions via our Tumblr page at totalmarkout.tumblr.com.
Just look for the question mark at the top of the page.
Yeah, the little question mark at the top of the page. You just
There's
click
also submissions. You got something you want to show us this on it? You got something you want to put on the page for us?
Yeah.
Put it on. There's this little submission box. Click it, submit it, and we'll put it on the either the show will mention it or we'll put it straight onto the Tumblr itself.
I see, and don't forget that you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/totalmarkout. You can also follow us on Blip if you watch us on YouTube. We have these videos on Blip in half videos to make them easier for your loading and viewing pleasure. Just head over to blip.tv/totalmarkout. And if you prefer watching the videos in one long video, then just go to youtube.com/user/TheWanderingAngel.
And remember to like the video. If you like the video and you want to watch and you want to know more, like it and give us comments and we will take all comments into account.
Absolutely. And don't forget, we do have a store where you can buy all your hashtag Total Markout merchandise, whether it be hashtag Total Markout mugs, as some of our fans already have, or whether it be a water bottle, a t-shirt, whatever you like, just go ahead to cafepress.com/Total Markout.
Bye.
And finally, it's time for me to plug our Twitters.
There's one thing.
No.
There's one thing.
No.
Quick shout out.
Well, we're going to do the shout outs last.
No.
See,
Quick shout out.
No. If he wants to do the shout out last, I'll do the shout out last.
Because
I just thought he forgot as well.
I never forgot.
That's all right then.
We saved the best to last. And the things that's best about the show are our fans.
Oh, I thought it was the hashtags.
You can follow Djismie at Erik Von Djismie. That is ErikVandJismie, and the D is silent.
It certainly is.
You can follow Geek here at Geek King. That is G33K_KING. And none of that is fucking silent. And you can follow me, not sure why, at Steve Jones 303. That is Steve Jones, the number 3, number 1, number 3. And now we go to a segment that we don't normally have, but it's just simply hashtag shout out. So who are we shouting out?
Actually, we're shouting out Anna.
Yes.
Our fan of the week.
A fan of the week!
We didn't have time for a jingle, so
Sorry.
that's the best you get. I'm afraid.
Sorry, Anna.
It's fan of the week. Anna, she's watched all the shows in the last week or so.
Yep.
Every single
Every
episode.
single one. It's commented on every single one to us directly via
Even
Twitter.
the ones I wasn't on. Wow.
Yeah.
I think feel privileged, lads.
There may be an
I feel
ulterior
privileged
motive.
that someone watches.
There may be an ulterior motive why she listens to this show, but nevertheless, she listens to every show. I'd like to give her a shout out. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy this one as well.
Absolutely.
And remember to check out all of the shows that we have on
Yeah.
the Wandering Angel channel.
So,
Absolutely.
Anna, being our fan of the week, you will be receiving the hashtag Total Markout mug.
Yeah.
That does not happen for every fan of the week.
It
No. This is
Although both times we have given mugs, but that's not the point.
yeah, the first time I paid for it.
Well,
That's
I will
the
be
fucking
I will be
difference.
paying for this one,
Yeah.
personally.
I ain't paying for nothing.
And that's why we love you, Dan.
You beautiful Agbon Lahore. I will be buying this mug, and well done for being our hashtag fan of the week.
And for all those guys wondering, okay, what the hell is a Bangladesh?
Are we giving our secret away?
No, please, if you want to know
Give it away.
if you want to know the secrets of what Bangladesh means, well, we're not going to tell you, but we will tell you to tune in next week for our episode of hashtag Total Markout. It will, as I said, we are now going weekly, not fortnightly. So next Saturday, Total Markout is back, ladies and gentlemen. No fortnightly wait.
I thought we were going.
I thought we were going weekly
on the
after the
1000th
1000th episode.
for like July 23rd.
No, that's what we discussed in the meeting, I'm afraid, boys.
That's what I said.
That's what we said before.
We said on the show.
Even better. Yeah, I'm in for
we
next
agreed
week.
July 7th.
Right, we're going
That's fine. Next week, I'm in.
I'd like to point out in this
Hashtag.
in this meeting, I did bring up the calendar and say, "Is that date good?" And you went, "Yes."
I said after the 1000th one.
Yeah, I remember that discussion as well. But if we want to do it next week, we'll be here next week. Well, I might be here. Who knows?
If it's just me, it's fine. I'll just argue with myself.
Those are half the time anyway.
An interesting show would be me and Steve Jones 313.
Yeah, dancing with Mr. Show.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, well, you know, you need the cornerstone, the foundation.
That's all from us, guys. We're now off to do the quiz. Will Djismie retain his championship, or will Dan finally seek the prize? Find out as I'll be posting that video after this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Hashtag
Total
Mark